It's the Unity Reunion Parade, Cookout, Line Dance Party, Backyard, Barbecue, Fish Fry, Vegan Soul, Black Business, Food Truck, Networking, Outdoor, Concert, Music, Festival, Celebration of the Year, featuring Tidra Moses, Talib Kweli and Jay Walls, Marsha Ambrosius, Common and Pete Rock. Get tickets now at OhioBlackExpo.com. That's OhioBlackExpo.com.
African Diaspora News Channel will be broadcasting live. Join Phil Scott, Vicky Dillard, and Demetra Kay in C-Bus. Get your tickets today.
Are you a successful entrepreneur or one in training? You've got the vision, but do you have the right partner to build your brand, your team, and your future online and off? At CPRfirm.com, we offer expert consulting, financial guidance, and life coaching because we believe in doing life with our clients. After all, what is it for a man to gain the world and lose his soul? Founded by Callan Cash Coleman, we help our clients not only succeed, but plan to retire rich. Your business deserves the best. Start building your legacy today at CPRfirm.com.
Finding the right real estate professional can be challenging. I'm broker Melissa Wilson. I'm knowledgeable in all aspects of the real estate process. So whether you're looking to buy new or an existing home or have a commercial need, I'm here to help.
Make sure you pick up my 2 books that's in Amazon right now. The first one is Passive-Aggressive Racism and the System of White Supremacy. And I talk about in that particular book how the system of white supremacy really runs on our daily lives here in America. In our latest book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, we go through those steps to try to deprogram you from the system of white supremacy. Make sure you can pick up those books on Amazon.com.
I'm usually known as Cinderella around Joburg. The biggest misconception about you, nothing. It's all true. It's all true. It's all true. If you hear something, believe it. Like sometimes I'm just in it because I want things. I want money. I want to have fun.
Yeah.
But in this times where this guy's fine. Yeah. Like I want to have fun. One thing about me, one thing about this whole industry is that you shouldn't care. I date mostly like married men, because I don't have that type of time for you.
Oh, yeah.
And you are married, you don't have that type of time for me.
His wife, one day I texted him at 11 o'clock, I'm like, okay. She's like, my husband can't control himself, and you as a woman, you can't. I said, Mama, you can't even speak English, I can't even understand,
Watch Slay Queen only on the African Diaspora News Channel app.
From November 14th to 21st, we're inviting you to join us for a powerful trip to Ghana. A key location in the history of the transatlantic slave trade and the story of our foundational Black American ancestors. This isn't just a vacation. This is a chance to walk through the same places where many of our people were captured, held, and shipped off into slavery. We'll visit historic sites like Elmina Castle and Cape Coast, where you'll see with your own eyes what our ancestors endured. You'll also experience modern Ghana, the culture, the people, the food, and the history they carry, giving you a broader understanding of how our story intersects with theirs. If you've ever wanted to deepen your understanding of our history, this is your opportunity. There are 25 spots available, and once those spots are gone, that's it. So don't wait. Secure your spot today by paying a deposit and be part of this unforgettable journey. We're making history by walking through it. Will you be with us?
What if I told you there's a news platform made just for us? Unfiltered, unapologetic, telling our stories from Africa and the diaspora. The African Diaspora News Channel app keeps you informed and empowered from wherever you are at any time. Don't just watch, join the movement. Download the app now and stay connected to the news that matters.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining us on the stream. We greatly appreciate it. It is, Tuesday, May the 6th. And, I saw a comment just now, and I'm not going to beat up on your buck horse. And buck horse, that's your choice, my friend. I tell people, you ain't got to step foot on no slave plantation. You ain't got to go to no slave dungeon. You ain't got to go do any of that. But some people like myself like to know history and like to see things and just kind of want to get a visual of some things. Maybe you don't want to do that. And that's beautiful. You don't have to. Some of us want to go to the plantations that's still available here in America and kind of see where our ancestors were at and kind of feel that. And everybody talks about how you literally feel the ancestors around those areas and some of the pain from those areas too. I mean, me personally, I don't understand why you don't want to know about our history. I mean, that's just me. That's my opinion. Everybody's different. But I just think the more, what they say, the more when you know history, you're not going to repeat it, right? So let me go ahead and lower this. So that's on you, my friend, but I rather learn history. I rather see it, learn it. And also it helps me be better at what I do too, actually, by learning more and more history. The more I read, there's a lot of things I don't want to read at times. There's a lot of video I don't want to watch, to be honest with you. But I have to watch it. I have to read things to make me better at what I do, to understand the history, to understand the patterns that these people pull, to understand it all. That's what I have to do. So, because the only thing I just don't, I'm just saying this in general now. I don't like when, if one black person don't want to do something, then they literally try to low-key encourage other black people not to do it too. I never like that. Like, if you don't want to go to school, you trying to encourage everybody else not to go to school. I ain't trying to go to school. Okay, cool. That's great. Don't talk everybody out of going to school. Or if you're a person that just want to go to trade school, don't want to go to college. Well, don't try to talk everybody from out going to trade school. Maybe they want to go to trade school. Everybody went to trade school and complaining about student loan debt, are they? No. So there you go. So let's not do that. If you don't want to do something, that's great. You don't have to, but don't try to discourage other people. Because other people may want to do that. Okay. If that's that. There's a lot of things I don't want to do, but I don't get on here telling you all about it. There's a whole lot I don't want to do. A whole lot I won't do. Y'all won't even know about it. All right. So, yeah. So, matter of fact, what we got going on outside of and I put the link actually, so some people asked me about the link. Where's the link? I got messages on Instagram today, and I end up putting it back. Well, it's actually on the community tab. If you want to just at any time get it, I'm just going to just leave it right there. You can access it on the community tab at any time. I'm getting a banner to put on the website so it can be accessed from there as well. So I'm working on getting these things out. Like I said, it's 25 spots, at least that I know of right now. I mean, Kellen can find out where we stand. But as of right now, it's 25 spots left. So jump on, $199 deposit. Come with us in November. All right. Also want to thank everybody for joining us on the ADNC app. Greatly appreciate it. We always like to say, try to get 10 people to join us every stream, preferably an annual. Annual is the best. Lifetime is even better because lock in this year because next year the price is going up on the app. So it should have been went up, but we held back from that this year. So the best way to lock in is lifetime. You don't have to worry about any more increases on that. Annual is great. We're going to have another annual sale coming up for the month of Juneteenth. So be on the lookout for that like we did for Black History Month for the annual. So be on the lookout for that, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So let's go ahead and get started here as people slowly come in. So we're going to talk about Rodney Hinton Jr. tonight and how he is a prime example of why them folks don't want black fathers in the household. Now, we know what's the role of a father? What does the fathers do? For one, the role of a father, a role of a husband, what do? Definitely, they provide. Traditionally, they provide. They pay the bills. They pay everything in the house for the most part. I know some of our brothers think they need a woman to do 50-50 with them, and some of that comes from, just sometimes low self-esteem, thinking that you can't achieve enough. Some of it is some men don't want to push for more. They only want to do so much. And so they feel the woman should do half. And usually that kind of dynamic, you don't really have a whole lot of respect in your relationship when the woman is doing much as you, but that's a relationship conversation. So protection is another major thing that husbands and fathers supposed to protect. Definitely those two. You're supposed to be the spiritual leader of your home, pray for your family. You're supposed to be the biggest problem solver in the home, right? Hey, this is going on. Hey, that's going on with the kids, your lady. A lot of your job as a father and husband is going to be problem solving. And you know that if you are a father or husband. Problem solving is one of the things. And also defending the community as what fathers and husbands are supposed to do, or just men in general. White supremacy after the civil rights movement say, you know what, we got to break up this household. We had 78% of our men in the household after the civil rights movement. And they went to attack that. How did they went to attack that? With the welfare system. They strategically took away the jobs away. And when they took away these jobs and shipped them off to Vietnam and China and all of that, closed all those factories, it put a lot of black men in dire straits, especially black men that worked in the plants in Detroit, places like that. And when you need to pay bills and you need food, well, they had a welfare system. But this welfare system was designed to break up the black family because they enforced the man can't be in the house rule on black families by random searches, random inspections to make sure no man was in the household. The majority of black men didn't just say, you know what, I want to leave my family. Some of them left because they didn't want the wife and kids to not have anything because they still didn't have a job at the time, some of them. And unfortunately, some habits creep into the community, and now is where we're at today. But not every family don't have a father in the household. Case in point, like Ryan Hinton, the 18-year-old, who lost his life at the hands of a race soldier. His father, Rodney, didn't have no criminal record. Rodney was a good family man. Never did anybody wrong that people could speak of. And Rodney finds out that his son was gunned down by race soldiers. The race soldiers said that, well, we were stopping the car because it was stolen. Let me tell you something. Even if you arrested all of them and all of them were guilty of stealing the car, let's just say for whatever. Let's just say for that. No judge would sentence them to death, okay, for stealing a car. That's not a death penalty case. That's not a capital case, okay? Vehicle theft. It's not. Running away from the police, if they would have caught them, fleeing away from law enforcement. No judge would have sentenced nobody that runs away from the police to capital punishment. So the issue is running away from the police is not a thing that a person should lose their life over. The police run around here saying, oh, I think he had a gun. Think or no? And see, when Biden was in office and people say, hey, Biden, we need you to get rid of this qualified immunity. And Biden pulled a fast one. Because really, if that was the time to get rid of qualified immunity, was when Biden first came in office. And he did not do it. Black Lives Matter wanted to talk to him at the time. He said, oh, I got things to do. I ain't got that kind of time. And I knew when Biden did that at first, I said, oh, man, they played black people. Oh, they played black people like a fiddle. All this qualified immunity talk, all of that during George Floyd protests. See, people don't talk about how you end up getting Trump. You got Trump this time around because of the Democrats not taking care of business with qualified immunity. Kamala Harris probably would be the president right now if the Democrats would have did qualified immunity like FBA said to do. See, that's what you Democrats don't understand. And then on top of that, the immigrant thing that you did and all this stuff you was doing. But if y'all did that in the beginning, when you first got in, qualified immunity, remove that from these race soldiers. Democrats will be the president in the presidency right now, not Donald Trump. So when Democrats talk about Trump and what he did, a lot of that, Trump really wasn't so much of a great politician. Just the Democrats was messing up that bad. That's how we end up getting Trump this time around. Now, we over the years have seen many black people having their lives taken for something that a judge would sentence them to capital punishment. We look at people like Breonna Taylor, lost her life in her home to these race soldiers. We look at people like Corinne Gaines, who lost her life to these race soldiers. We look at people like Eric Garner, lost his life to the race soldiers. And his daughter Erica was so much in grief and trying to fight back. She ended up passing away young. I remember the last message that sister had sent to me because I was corresponding with that sister. I was trying to get her to, come do an interview on the show. We were talking a lot about that, and the sister ended up passing away. You took her daddy from her. What about Philando Castile? Y'all took his life. And every time the families was like, hey, man, we want some justice. Hey, put these cops in jail. And nothing happens until an uprising. You remember Freddie Gray? You remember that? The Baltimore uprising. Of course, we all remember George Floyd uprising all over the country and all over the world with George Floyd. All behind these police. If you look at the majority of the uprisings that happen in this country that's outside of the slave revolts, it's been behind these police, which is a relic from slavery. Everything these people do from way back then to now is attached to slavery. That's why they say, why y'all bringing up slavery? Because you have institutions that's still rooted in slavery. These race soldiers that's running around, they are still the slave patrol. That's where they come from. That's why they target black folk more than any other group. Because that's their original function, is to target black people. Just the other day, we've been telling y'all, stay away from them protests. 2 black women go they behind out there. What happened? They go grab them up. Leave the white people alone, but go grab the black women up. And that's why we were trying to tell y'all, stay from out there from them protests. We can get at them another way. But for years, because we have been covering it here on this platform for years, we have been watching the race soldiers take the life of so many black people. Now you fast forward to a brother, Rodney Hinton, who felt, wait a minute, hold on. I watched so many black people beg for justice and didn't get it. In his mind, he could have said, you know what? clearly on his actions, you're like, I'm not begging for nothing. I'm not waiting. I'm not pleading. They still haven't released a race soldier's name that killed his son. Didn't release it at all. All the stories about the actions of the father, but not the race soldier that killed the son. Nobody mentioning his name. Rodney Hinton's in jail now, so you can't do nothing to him, right? But after the brother did this, I don't know if you saw the first video, because there's a second video I want to show y'all today of what happened in the courtroom actually today. But the first video, which a lot of black people was very impressed with, was that this brother was not afraid of him. This brother was a doggone man. He made our ancestors proud in how he wasn't fearful of these people when they tried to intimidate him. Let me play the video of what I'm talking about here. Let me go ahead and cue up this video, and I'll give you the updated video here shortly. Let's go ahead and cue this up.
Good morning, Mr. Hinton. Good morning. He said good morning, Judge. He's very soft-spoken. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Anything as to probable cause?
Your Honor, we'll waive probable cause this morning. I submitted designations for John Kennedy and Timothy Bignell. They will be the attorneys of record handling Mr. Hinton's case. I'll be handling the arraignment this morning.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Prosecutor, or anything as to bond?
As to bond, Your Honor. Thank you. Your Honor, we understand this is a very, very serious, very terrible charge that Mr. Hinton is facing. But he does not have a history, Judge. He has no felonies in his record. Justice sentence was 1. He has no juvenile record. He works at BDF. He's married. He's a father. He's a graduate of Purcell Marion. I understand that this is an emotionally charged situation. I understand that Mr. Hinton's son may have been killed by the police earlier in the week. There was a review of that video. I understand that there is a lot of sadness and a lot of anger in this room right now, but in the community at large. And we just ask the court to set a reasonable bond in light of everything to allow the constitutional process to play out.
All right. Thank you. Andy, you've given me a pre-trial services sheet. Is that right this morning? All right. The court has had a chance to review that and his past history. Is there anything from the state that the prosecutor?
Yes, Your Honor. Ryan Nelson on behalf of the prosecution.
Could you give us more volume, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Ryan Nelson on behalf of the prosecution. What we believe that the evidence will show is that yesterday, on about the 2nd of May, the defendant was traveling, I believe, would be eastbound on Martin Luther King Avenue at MLK, I believe at Burnett Woods, at the intersection, I believe immediately north to the rear entrance of the University of Cincinnati. The defendant stops his car. The defendant, in a way that was calculated and premeditated, lined up his car, deliberately accelerated his car, and purposely caused the death of an on-duty deputy sheriff who was doing a detail at that intersection. As such, we are going to be seeking indictment for aggravated murder, and we would request, in accordance with ORC 2937-222, for a no bond hearing. That rule requires that hearing be set within 3 business days, so we are seeking to set that date on the 6th of May of 2025, of the next Tuesday.
So the court will now set no bond until Tuesday, when we'll review the statute for a continuing no bond under these unusual and very tragic and terrible circumstances. Where will the defendant be housed, and will he be safe? And I ask that because he was transferred, as I understand it, to Clermont County yesterday.
That's correct.
On my order.
That's correct, John.
And will he be returned to Clermont County until Tuesday?
It's our understanding he will be returned.
And you have a safe environment for him there in Clermont County?
Yes, sir.
You'll return him on Tuesday, May the 6th at 8:30 a.m. for a hearing at 9 o'clock in the morning?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, for the record, we'd ask the court to put a bond on him now, but we understand that it's not a bond hearing is going to us.
All right, no bond.
Thank you.
Thank you. We can hold him at no bond for 72 hours,
Yes,
is that right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right, thank you so much.
Now everybody was more so talking about toward the end, but I seen some. I want to home in on something else. Toward the end here, of this video. Now, if you just kind of look at the screen here, and I want you to focus on the black police officer back there, the sister back there, right? Now, a lot of people had been kind of getting on her, and I think it's wrong to get on her because she said that she was just there doing her job. She was just there. But I don't see no hate in her eyes at all. I really don't. I heard she's helped out a lot of people from what people are saying out there in Cincinnati. That she's never been an issue or a problem for the black community. But if you look at this
safe
video,
environment for him
and just look at their eyes. I mean, you know which ones I'm talking about. Look at their eyes.
8:30 a.m. for a hearing at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Think about it like this: if they could, they would have strung him up already. If they could have, okay. I mean, they just you can just see it on.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, for the record, we'd ask the court to put a bond on him now, but we understand that so not a bond hearing with us.
All right, no bond.
Thank you.
Thank you. We can hold him at no bond for 72 hours.
Yes,
is that right?
that's correct.
Thank you. All right, thank you so much.
Look how they looking at him. Look. I mean, they are seething with hatred. They seething because how dare a black person, do something like that? We supposed to be doing that to you. You don't supposed to be doing that to us. Understand? And our brother was looking back at him. Now, see, look, this other cop here, that's a sister right here. She just kind of just standing there. I'm not getting no hate off of her or nothing like that. She's just there. And she looked like she's even uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? She like she's uncomfortable because she knows who she's working with. She knows who she's working around. Like a lot of black officers told me on the side many times how a lot of them in there are certified Klan. And I'm glad brother looked them all in they silly eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to 30 of y'all are going in a little bitty area in a courtroom trying to intimidate the dude. Not intimidated. Clearly he's not. So what are y'all standing there for? And they all standing the same way. What is that stupidity too? I need to find out. All of them standing like this. All of them. Like, do y'all have any other polls to do? Like, we on press conferences, y'all standing like this. You don't have nowhere else to put your hands. Everybody, is that something they teach y'all in the academy? That when you're standing there, just stand there like this, cross your hands. I mean, and they all was standing like that. Like, my Lord, put your hand in your pocket, do something else with it. All y'all standing like this? Nobody, I don't know. Did they teach y'all that's how you intimidate people to standing there like that? Like, man, nobody care about y'all, bro. Well, yes, the FBI a long time ago said it's for a Klan, but they didn't do nothing about it. So, what's the point of saying some things that we already knew? I mean, come on now. We've been doing that since the slavery era, right? Yeah, some people were mad at the sister for doing her job. She didn't do nothing wrong, man. I'm not going to attack a black person. They didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't see no hate coming from that sister at all. Even the other black woman that was just standing there. And they probably had her go do that so they wouldn't look so bad. Because think about it. It was a sea of white males. Just looking like boy, I can imagine what's on their phone right now. I could imagine what's on their cell phone right now. I could imagine when they go to them little 4chan message boards and all that, and all their white supremacist websites. So they all of them look like they part of some white supremacist group. All of them look that way up there. This is why a lot of black folks today are talking about, man, bring back some separation. We don't want to be around y'all. Y'all, we tried. You know what I'm saying? Now, so that was the video from the other day. So today they had another video to bring it back in with this bond hearing, and some drama got jumped off at that hearing, right? So let's go ahead on and play what happened from today, ladies and gentlemen.
Mr. Bennett,
at the prior hearing before today. Got the MC.
Okay, so the brother standing next to him is his actual attorney. The first guy was the public defender, so he actually has an attorney, a brother. Okay, just so y'all see that.
He talking about that's my family. That's my family in that door. Come on. Ray, please. Come on. Doing all that. LCB 101, man. Now that fucking motherfucker on my brother, man. Talking like y'all hard. Y'all can't do that shit 101.
The proof is evident.
Now you see who was calming him down? Because that's another video I have I can play. Let me back up. As he walking off, it's the black police officer that's actually calming him down. Now you see how she handling him? She's doing like what the grandmothers used to do. She putting her hand in the middle of his back and just kind of tell him, hey, it's all right, come on, let me walk you off. You see, them folks could never really do that. They don't even know how to de-escalate anything with black folk. It takes black people to de-escalate us anyway. Even we turned up like that. Just wanted to point that mess out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to show you maybe another video of this, another angle. You know what? Let me pull up that other angle before I even finish playing that video so you can fully see the full way that sister kind of handled that situation. I want y'all to see that.
Open my phone. Come on, man. Y'all cool. I just want my brother to see me. Take a breather. I just want my brother to see me. I just want my brother to see me. My brother can't see me. They did this shit before. That's not the way to do it. They did it before. I got a video of them messing with my brother and me before. I ain't do nothing. I just wanted my brother to see me. I ain't do nothing to him. He got my, that's my family. That's my family in that door. Come on. Ray, please. Doing all that. LCB 101, man. Now that fucking motherfucker here on my brother, man.
So you see how she calmed him down. That's why you need more black police officers, right? For that one reason right there. No, the white ones will just go ahead on and shoot him. That's what they'll do. All right, so let's get back to where we was at. Let's get back to playing this completely.
The proof is evident, or the presumption is great that the accused committed the offense to which he is charged.
Hold it. I will make a finding under revised code section 3927.222 by clear and convincing evidence that the crime was committed as you described, based on the information presented this morning.
Next would be that he poses a substantial risk of serious physical harm to any person or to the community.
Mr. Bennett, you want to address that?
I think in light of his mindset at the time that this happened. I was physically present with the defendant over the weekend. I think he has mental issues. I think it's a long way of answering the question. I think the conduct in question is classic mental illness, criminal conduct. It's always intentional, it's bold, it's conspicuous.
I don't know that...
That's a hallmark sign that somebody is not in their right frame of mind, no attempt to deceive, no attempt to hide what they did, because they think that what they're doing is right, and they think that what they're doing is right because they're not in their right frame of mind. They don't understand the wrongful set of conduct. So yes, I'm agreeing with Mr.
Based upon the officer...
Now, I like that right there. And I said that the other day, they need to go on the mental health aspect. And I'm glad that brother said that. God, I was so happy when that brother said that. Let me give that brother a hand clap for that. Oh, that's not the hand clap. All right, let's give the brother a hand clap for that. Let me rewind that a little bit.
It's a long way of answering the question. I think the conduct in question is classic mental illness, criminal conduct. It's always intentional, it's bold, it's conspicuous.
I don't know that...
That's a hallmark sign that somebody is not in their right frame of mind, no attempt to deceive, no attempt to hide what they did, because they think that what they're doing is right, and they think that what they're doing is right because they're not in their right frame of mind. They don't understand the wrongful set of conduct. So yes, I'm agreeing with Mr.
Based upon the officer testimony, it's Officer Beebe.
Yes, Judge.
And all the facts and circumstances surrounding his testimony this morning, the comments of the state that there will be an order of remand with no bond. Please assure the safety of the defendant and any mental health treatment that can be granted. No bond. And we'll give, if the officers want to stay here, and the public, you're welcome to stay through the other hearings. Otherwise, if you were concerned about this issue, you may leave, and then we'll take just a 5-minute break.
His grand jury report date is May 12th.
All right, let me finish this order.
Clock 5:12 for your report.
Okay, thanks.
Yes, sir.
Attorney's going to follow. Thank you.
Okay, I like that he went with the mental health aspect, and that is a perfect defense. Temporary insanity, it would be even better in my opinion, because you could say, well, he saw the death of his son at the hands of this cop. He went temporarily insane. The first cop he seen, he ran over. He did this immediately after he saw this, so he had a bout of temporary insanity. It messed with his mental health. I think that's the perfect defense with this. It's not like he waited days to go do this. You could say, oh, it was premeditated. No, he did it immediately, so it lets you know that he has some temporary insanity. I think that's a good defense for him on that, right? I'm like, come on. I see y'all talking about the lawyer. Say he look like Samuel Jackson. Yeah, but the brother was loud like him too. So that was cool. That was cool. You know, like they say, you got a doppelganger everywhere, right? Whether here, sometimes you got doppelgangers overseas too. But if you could see that all those cops, when the brother was like upset, they were putting him out. Why that many police was in there for that? Why? They didn't have no crime going on that day. Every police was in there. That didn't make any kind of sense. And I've seen people in the chat talking about Cincinnati has always been, a lot of racism in Cincinnati. Look, it's like what Malcolm X said a long time ago. Anything south of Canada is the South. Because they always say, oh, the South is the most racist. Malcolm X said the whole country is the South. Let's say Rhonda said this is what FBAs go through with police department as they ask the new race soldiers. Yeah. But see, with Rodney Hinton and why they trying to make this a public spectacle with him is because they don't want too many more FBAs getting the bright ideas. So they know good and well the immigrants not going to do it. The immigrants not going to do anything but cry. But they don't want the FBAs to be like, okay, well, it's not about to be too many more George Floyds. And they know FBAs have a history of reacting in that manner. This is why a lot of people have said in our community, hey, go ahead on and put these cops in jail, charge them, okay? So things won't escalate to this point. Let's call it what it is. What Rodney Hinton Jr. did should have never happened. It should have never happened. It should have never went that far. If the police department would be handling these cops, and they know these cops are trigger happy, some of them. They know they're racist. They know they're dirty. And yes, I saw someone leave a comment about one of their family members on the Oakland Police Department, you said, and you said that he was dirty, your older half-brother. Well, you know, you got some dirty black cops out there. You do. But you better believe that the white folks know what they're doing, and when it's time to throw somebody underneath the bus, it's going to be the black cop. It's not going to be them. But for a long time, FBAs have been asking y'all Democrats in particular, hey, man, let's get qualified immunity. Let's get that. Biden, no. Trump talking about he wants to give him immunity. Okay. Did that qualified immunity and immunity work with the situation with Rodney Hinton? I'm just asking. Did it work? The deal is, when people lose trust in a system, they become vigilantes. And if everybody start becoming vigilantes, then you're not gonna have a country anymore. Is the bottom line. So it would be wise for them to say, you can't just shoot somebody and say, I thought he had a gun. You better know he had it. You better know. Oh, I thought he was pointing something at me. You better know that's what you're doing. And do you know, because I know people on a federal level too, the rules of engagement for federal law enforcement is not the same like the state. Like with federal law enforcement, they really have to be sure. But with the states, they can just say, I was afraid for my life. I thought he had a gun. I thought the cell phone was a gun. And they can get a free kill out of the situation. Then they get shocked when the whole city is in flames, or people looting or rioting or whatever they're doing. And all you had to do was put these police who's doing this stuff in jail. Like Rhonda say FBAs are tired and they're scared more FBAs are standing up. Well, see, let me tell you about that. And I think the folks are having this discussion among themselves. You know, black folks not protesting is actually worrisome. It's a little worrisome for the folks. Not worrisome like some of you thinking. So some of the conversation has been why black people aren't protesting. We need black people out here protesting because, you know, hey, you know, we going through it with deportations. White people like, oh, hey, FBAs come out and protest because our life isn't comfortable anymore. We're losing our jobs. We getting put Trump coming out on our back pocket now for the student loans and all of this. But FBAs, you going through that too. Come help. But let me tell you another aspect of FBAs not protesting that y'all ain't thinking about. When people protest, they think they're believing in the system. They believe in the system will maybe hear them and work. When FBA said, you know what, we ain't protesting no more, we good. That's something to be concerned about. If I was a white supremacist, I would be concerned about that. Because if they protesting, at least I know what they doing, what they thinking, and they're asking for some sort of justice. If they're not protesting anymore and they're seeing body cam videos and they are just immediately looking to crash out, that's a scary thing. That black people are taking moves to the point they're starting to delegitimize the system. And if black people delegitimize the system, everybody else is going to follow suit, because let's call it what it is. We're the cultural leaders of America. People hate us for it, but we're the cultural leader. It is what it is. Anything we do, people follow, from the dance, from the dress, even our negativity, they follow that too, okay? The worst of the worst that we do, other people want to do it too, okay? Let's call it what it is. We are the kings and queens of the culture of America, and also a lot of culture of the world. People throughout the world follow us, our positivity and our negativity. Okay? You better understand that. Now, the folks have been discussing, hey, they're not protesting. They don't even care about what we're doing. They're not saying much. Even though they're trying to do things to keep poking at us, right? Poking the bear. You're like, eh. So that's concerning. To hear you say, I don't really care about that voting right now. I don't care. Oh, you gonna give me something? Or you're not? I'm not voting. Don't worry about it. And the shaming tactics don't work no more by voting or any of that. That's concerning. That's very concerning. Because if black people, FBAs in particular, delegitimize the system, others would delegitimize it. And if others are delegitimizing it, then people in other countries are going to delegitimize them too. And that's the more scarier thing, is that people throughout the world look at their system as delegitimized because FBAs don't believe in it anymore. They don't believe in it. They don't believe they can get justice, so they have to go take the law into their own hands. We're looking and seeing Shiloh Hendricks. She is, let me not go there where I want to go to. I forgot I'm on this platform. I looked up, she's now over $700,000. Why? Because she called a black child, the N-word. And that's what they give money to. Why would black America look at this system as something to be respected, a system that it should be delegitimized? The group of people who's running it is giving money to Shiloh Hendricks. This is why you have more and more black people saying, hey, bring back segregation. A lot of black people don't even want to be around them. A lot of black people say, hey, let us have our area. We have black police officers. We have black hospitals, black schools, black banks. Just black on black on black. Let us just have our area. You go your area, we go to ours, and we just keep it like that, right? That's why a lot of black people are saying that, because they're so sick and tired. They're tired. And like Ferocious producer, all that marching in a circle is over. It is over. It's over. I told y'all, don't call me to no march, because I ain't doing it. No. I'm all down for economic boycotts, and any kind of boycott you could think of, I'm down for that, because that's the only thing that's going to work anyway. Prime example, people have been boycotting Target. I wouldn't do it because of the reasoning, but enough people are doing it to get that Target CEO attention, and now he wants to meet with people. Even though he's meeting with the wrong people, but he wants to meet with people. The only reason I'm not with the boycott with Target is because 2 reasons. One, Target do give a lot of black entrepreneurs opportunity to put their products in their store, because I buy the products. I know what I'm telling you. That's number 1. Number 2, DEI benefited white women way more than black folks. Okay, black folks at the bottom of DEI. That's why I'm not down with the protest. Now, if it was something that was really benefiting us and they cut it out, to be on some siding with the Republicans deal, then I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm down with it. You know what I mean? Well, like I said, I got boycotts on certain things. Like, for instance, I've been having a boycott of McDonald's I don't know how many years. I think I've been having a boycott of Walmart for I don't know how many years. I just recently went into Walmart, I think this year, because my wife needed something. In her business, she needed something. Outside of that, I don't go in there shopping for myself. Never. Some place I just won't go for a lot of reasons, right? And then the time I went in there, I got so aggravated because I said, man, this place is just like worse than the last time I went in there. I said, man, Walmart is literally the Section 8 corporation, the way they operate. And I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about the way they operate. They another reason I stopped going to Walmart is just all the police body cam videos I've watched over the years and how they criminalize people in that store. And I don't steal, but I don't like people that criminalize people like that. Well, why are you criminalizing somebody? If I know of a store that follow black people a lot, they don't have to ever follow me, but you follow other black people, I'm not going. Because I don't like to see black people criminalized. We don't have to spend our money in areas where we're being criminalized. You understand? So that's what that is. So the folks are concerned that we're not protesting. Because if you're not protesting, then you feel the system isn't legitimate. And that's a problem. Because they need everybody to believe in the system for it to work. And then the folks are mad. I don't know, the people with the student loan debt that haven't paid their stuff in years, now Trump coming after them. And he about to put you with the Treasury. And the Treasury start going after you. It ain't like the regular collection agency going after you. I mean, 'cause they get you for everything. They can. They get your check. They can get the money in your bank account. They can get your Social Security. They can get your tax money. They can get anything they want out of you to collect their money. That's why you never want to be putting the collections with the Treasury. No. Work that stuff out. Hold on. Who said that? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, when I was mentioning about Target, yeah, they have a lot of good products, like for the hair. And all these are black owned companies. A lot of them are black women owned companies that has, partnered with Target. So I mean, I'm not gonna, not support the black women businesses who's making great hair products because of, no, I don't want to hurt other black people. No, I'm not going to do that. Not going to do it. Because Walmart sure didn't put their products in their stores. They didn't do it. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, definitely, appreciate you joining us on the stream tonight. We greatly appreciate it. Hold on a second. There's something I need to do before we end this thing. Give me a second. Hold on. Give me a second. All right. Give me 1 second. Okay, cool. Right there. All right. Want to make sure I save that. All right, cool. But anyway, yeah, I appreciate y'all joining us and make sure to subscribe is always important. Make sure to click the like button. It's very important as well. Hey, those of you who would like to go, I'll put the pinned comment after we're done here, or you can go to community tab and sign up for the Ghana trip November 14th through the 21st, $199 deposit. And then, you make your payments and work with them on that. Make sure you download the African Diaspora News Channel app in the Google Play and Apple App Store. You can download it and get a monthly, quarterly, annual, or lifetime subscription. All those funds do go directly to us, and it helps, continue and build our platform and help us to create more original programming that we're going to be working on. But it takes funding to make original programming, right? And all our original programming will be coming directly to the app, not YouTube, any other social media place. So thank y'all for listening. We'll catch y'all on the next one.